So our 30-second guest, right, and correct me on the name because I always get the names wrong. I don't know how to pronounce them, but our 30-second guest is 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So over to you.
You're right. You're right. You pronounced the name actually correctly. Yakimova, yes.
Okay, so
sorry, it's written Tanya Kara. I forgot to change the name. It's sister-in-law. Yeah, all right. So it's Gali Yakimova.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is go over to you, and you're going to tell us a little bit about you personally first. Don't tell us about any business or anything. So a bit about your background, where you grew up, where you live, where you're living now, and stuff like that, just so we kind of set in the scene.
Okay, thank you. The microphone is mine, and I love the mic. So thanks so much, James. Thank you for the invite. And sorry, the light is behind. We just moved to I'm just trying to get the best spot actually to be able. Do not be too much in dark and do not be too bright. I hope that you can see us well. So thanks so much, everyone. And hello, some of you I met before. So Yvette, I met yesterday. The last time, Christmas time, Walter, I remember. Pete, yes. Hi, Pete. Yesterday, can I just mention yesterday, your presentation was absolutely amazing. I have attended enough actually workshops, but yours was straightforward. Very, how to say, so well set for short period of time, nothing extra. And it is straight to the point. Amazing. I love it. I really do. Thank you. Yes, so my name is Gali Yakimova. I am Bulgarian born quite a while ago. I grew up during the communism. And yesterday, as I mentioned with just 2 sentences, that it was communism in the country and it was full communism control, well, at home as well, because my father was officer in the police. And so not just strict environment, but I grew up actually in a lot of restrictions and everything was forbidden. So put it in this way. Why I am announcing this? Because we all know that our first coaches are our parents. And our parents, of course, as we come into biological form to the biological family, we do not forget the spirit in. So we are born in that particular family to learn certain lessons. And I believe that we are born, all of us, we are born with our gifts and talents and mission in our life. As we move here because, my battery needs to be recharged, but it's not very good light. So I understood this much later about the gifts and talents, the vision in my life. But we go through certain experiences in order to learn and to come to conclusion and to come to the point when we are ready for the next step and for the next level in our lives. That's what happened with me and to me also. So until age of 37, I was living in Bulgaria. I had huge desires. I studied economy because my father did not let me to go to school to become an actress, as I love the stage and I love the microphone. I believe I have this gift in me, and I spent quite good, more than probably 20 years alongside with a job I had and work I've been doing. I've been on the stage with the mic in my hand, and I loved it. So that was fulfilling and make me feel alive. Not being in the office, I hate this. I couldn't stay in one place. I love to entertain people. I love people. And I know that I'm very good organizing things as well. So I studied economy and I had the master's degree in business administration added afterwards. And I was financing actually myself this. And I was, before I went to UK, London, in 2001, I was working in travel agency. And as I love traveling. And during this time, actually, I discovered that I have different gift also. That my people were saying that I have healing hands because traveling with people, many things can get wrong in the bus, particularly if it's a bus tour. I mean, if you are spending time with these people. So somebody gets sick or have a pain, I was laying hands and I was massaging them, and my hands were going exactly where the pain is. And people were saying to me that I have healing hands. I didn't pay much attention to it. I did the course, which was for professional diploma to do full body massage in Bulgaria, but I never tapped on it. But one thing, when I was a student and afterwards, when I finished, my great desires were that I want to have my own business. And that time in Bulgaria was impossible. When the communism was broken in 1990s and the walls were down, not just in Germany, the whole Eastern Europe, I still could not have my own business. And my desire was, as I was reading so much about the well-being, the spa and Ayurveda business, and I was reading about the clinic in, particularly one clinic in Schwarzkopf in Germany, Ayurvedic clinic. I was so fascinated because always what I loved it to learn more, and I invested more later on in human body, how our brain, human brain works, and the mind, body, and soul. And what we wish, what we pray for, what we put thoughts and efforts towards become our future. That it's very important to detox our brain daily, to detox our mind, daily, our thoughts, to put the filter on, because our thoughts afterwards project and formulate our today and tomorrow. And this is what happened with me and for me. I didn't realize in that time because I didn't know much in that time. But when I stepped in UK land, in London, where I spent 19 years, things completely changed. So I opened the new page in my life in March 2001. And that's what have happened. So the restrictions I grew up in the box, I was feeling like I'm a bird with really my wings were cut off. And I've been searching and believing that it's something more out there. I never had the support of my family, unfortunately, not emotional, not financial, but I knew it when that it's much more there and I can do it. And I learned to rely on my own. When I went to UK, I learned that I can rely on God because there God met me. Always been with me, always was opening the doors for me. But as the business, as I speak later, did not happen, did not open the doors in my country, miraculously, the doors were open in UK. I was a stranger, I was a foreigner, I couldn't speak much English, as I believe I could, just to understand how much I can't speak, I don't understand, and people did not understand me. And I went there just for 6 months. 19 years later, I left UK to come back to Bulgaria because of my mother illness and because my father couldn't cope with my mom and couldn't look after her, as she was 7 years ago diagnosed with Parkinson, was wrong diagnosed, but they fed her with very strong medicine for Parkinson when she had brain strokes. Nobody saw them, nobody treated her for it, and she went through very deep dementia. So 3 years ago, I came back to Bulgaria just realizing that this is it. I have to come back. And I did for 9 months, and I did a lot actually, and brought my mom back to life. and thank you God for this, because I always been carrying this guilt that implemented from my father and my brother, that I'm not, doing enough for my family, particularly for my mom. And just to get this guilt.
Yeah, so sorry to interrupt. So you're back in Bulgaria at the moment?
Yes.
But you still have a place in London?
I still do.
And you plan to go at some point back to London?
It's very interesting. Thank you for this question, because it's very interesting how all this world politics will go. Because I'm not the one who is for the vaccine. I have different view about it and different beliefs, and it depends of the restrictions.
But at the moment, you've given up everything from the UK to come back to Bulgaria, or you've left?
Not quite. I still have my bank accounts there. I still have my address there. I still, all my half of my luggage is still in UK and London.
All right. Oh, okay, so it could just be a temporary thing, or maybe go between the two.
I believe, yes, it is temporary. My mom is still alive, but she needs 24 care now, and we're sharing the duties with my father. Yeah.
It must be tough trying to run a business at the same time as looking after family.
It's very challenging, very challenging.
But when you first went to, just going back on your story, when you first went to the UK, I mean, in 2001, it was not so easy. I mean, with the language and everything else, and you went there to try and have a better life. And you had a lot of ambitions, maybe going against what the family had recommended you doing, particularly your dad. And then you thought, well, I'm going to do it because I believe in that. I'm going to have a go at it. And when you arrived there, it wasn't quite how you expected. So maybe tell us a bit about that.
It was very interesting, but it was a time when in UK, many clever people were making money on the back of other people, and particularly with the visa. And I did not realize, because via internet more than 20 years ago, of course, you can buy many things, but you don't know where you're going and who you're paying. So it was very interesting, because I did prepay for my 6 months English course, English school, and 3 months accommodation very bravely. And I've been communicating with these people just over the phone, and it happened to be a big scam. So when I went to London, I understood that it wasn't quite a English school, because there were no English teachers. There were Indians who could not speak English. There were other foreigners, Turkish, Ukrainian. No one could speak English. And it was just the Polish guy, actually, who was with good English, and he there just 1 month and he left. So I couldn't get my money back. I was, interestingly, accommodated in the house. I was the 12th person in the house, and house was situated for 6 people, to sleep 6 people. They put me in the room without telling me that it's another person who paid for the single occupancy, and the room was 3 by 6 square meters. And when I complained, I've been told, so interestingly, the business was run by Indian lawyer. And his wife was a lawyer also. So I had absolutely no chance with my English and as a foreigner with a student visa to do much about it. Later on, interestingly enough, when the situation went in my favor, but the first 6 months was really awful, just to get better place. Because what happened, I had a flat in Bulgaria, and I sold out my flat in order to finance to go to UK and to study English. Working in travel agency, I wanted to improve my English, but also I wanted to take the groups flying from Bulgaria to London, and to have a better knowledge about the city and the culture and everything. So complete change in my life. I did not expect it, but I jumped with both legs into the lake without actually asking or testing how deep the lake is and how good I am as a swimmer.
But you gave up basically everything in Bulgaria. I mean, you sold up everything. And as I said, I mean, from what you said, you went against what your father advice, and then you ended up with something that was really not your expectations. And yeah, for the first 6 months, it was extremely tough, and you've gone there to make a better life for yourself, but it's actually a worse life at the beginning. But then, because of perseverance and believing in yourself, you turn things around. So then your boss was also sympathetic, and he couldn't believe that either. But then you went on to bigger and better things. So let's kind of fast forward a bit, because I don't want to run out of time before
Sure.
we get to where you are now. So things did get better, a lot better, and you actually got accolades for something that was really good. So moving into that bit now.
Well, I love working with people, and I love people, and I love helping as much as I could. And it's turned the massage course I have done in Bulgaria, and parallel with the Better English School I pay for 1 year, I pay for a aromatherapy course. And I did this parallel, and I found part-time job and to support myself, plus the money I had from my flat. And by the end, I wasn't sure what I'm going to do when this spot finished. But a friend of mine took me to International Senior House, which is in W1 in Great Portland Street. Great place, small gym. With I started to chat with the manager in that time, young boy, and he said, "Oh, do you know that we have a room to rent here?" When he understood that I have a diploma to do massages, and I took it. The rent was really, reasonable. And without double thinking, actually, I jumped into. And that's how I started in W1 to do holistic treatments. And from there, I added more and more qualifications when it comes to the body, human body, and all the knowledge. I joined 𝗬𝗢𝗨𝗥 doing Mayfair for 2.5 years. I established massage department there. And from there, the same actually manager who was in W1, he was working in that time at 𝗘𝗔𝗖𝗛 City Barbican. And he said, "Do you know that we have one room here? Would you like to come?" Because he saw what I did with that room there. And I didn't like the place, but he said, "Gala, think business. Don't go with your emotions.
Yeah,
Think business."
just for people's information, W1 is actually the west part of London. So W1 being West London. So in Great Portland Street, which is actually, yeah, quite a well-known street in London. So that's where you kind of started, and you had the opportunity with the room, and it kind of got bigger and better from there onwards.
In EC1, yeah, close to the city. It was, I was seeing God hand all the way through. So I started there, and I established the business from scratch, from zero. And the second, in 2 years' time, I opened the second room there, and I started to work with the top 10 companies in UK. So the business I increased from 0 to 150,000. The business they never have seen, actually. And this is the entrepreneurial soul. When you have it, you go for it, and you just, with the perseverance and taking no as no answer, so you just do it. And it was interesting because it's big chain. It is not like, small hotel, family hotel, the people. The management was changing very so often. 1 year, 2 years, gone. 6 months, gone. New general manager comes, and they change the terms and conditions all the way through. Then I opened another room in Fitzroy Square. Friend of mine helped me there, but that was for a short period of time because they sold out the hospital, so they got rid of all of us. Then I opened another room in Kingston in David Lloyd's. They sold out David Lloyd's. The corporates bought them, so 2 years later they kick us off also. So it was actually investment, interesting investment, because pretty much, if you look at it from the point of money, it was waste, but actually from the point of achievement and what I have learned was amazing. Until 2017, when I have to close down the business because a lot of changes happened. I broken my arm and a lot being going on. But more importantly, if I may say here, the biggest recognition in my life when we're really patient enough came in 2016 when we entered into competition, which I was against, to participate. It was organized by International Spa Awards, company based in South Africa. And in this competition were big boys with the big spa facilities, millions invested in, and we were too small. And I did not believe, but actually entering in this competition, we were one of the 437 participants, 150 winners. We were one of them, UK fitness spa #1, and we won in category best services. And that happened in Switzerland. I came with my first therapist, thank you. The trophy is not with me, it's at home now, in Pontresina. So we came to, I could not pronounce, Kronenhof Hotel. Amazing place to receive the award. Was the biggest recognition in my life and for my business ever.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, that's excellent. I mean, to even work with the David Lloyd group, I mean, it's an achievement in itself, but then to be awarded an accolade for your services as well is great. So
thank you.
So from being this humble kind of Bulgarian woman that gave up everything to go to London to see the streets were paved in gold and they weren't when you got there, and living in cramped apartment or shared conditions, and then feeling that what have you done to kind of turn that around because you believed in yourself, is quite a story in itself. But then it goes on to bigger and better things. So from that, you now kind of transitioning into what you do now. So if you can just explain a bit more about what you do now and where you are on that journey.
Thank you. So before 2017, I understood that if I can reach better audience, bigger audience, and I knew that I'm on the edge of the end of my business, spa business. And I love self-development, and I've been in the working in my self for quite a number of years. And in 2016, I started a course with Tony Robbins team with 𝗘𝗔𝗖𝗛 life coaching. And I did life coaching, then I did Andy Harrington public speaking, as I wanted to to storm the stages. And
sorry to interrupt. This is public speaking in English.
In English, yes.
Bearing in mind, when you first went to the UK, you didn't really speak a word of English.
True. So public speaking, 2017. Yes, I finished life coaching.
Even as a native English speaker, to do public speaking in English is not so easy. So hats off to you for that as well.
It's challenging. Even still, I'm still learning. We're still all learning. Yeah, so that's what happened. And at the moment, being in Bulgaria with the little time I have for myself, I'm pushing forward as I have created program 8 pillars for healthy lifestyle, because I've been in the well-being. I continued with the well-being. I registered Health Aroma. My company name is a trademark. It's still trademark. I own it. It's registered in UK. The other one is the Well-Being Society Universal. And when Well-Being Society Universal, again, it's registered, and it is for platform, as I wanted to combine mind, body, and soul detox in one umbrella, and that's what I'm working towards. So instead of doing one-to-one coaching sessions, I want to do one-to-many, and I'm working towards to launch the self-help video-based program 8 Pillars for Healthy Lifestyle with ebook. I did shot the video last year, how to massage at home environment, just showing couples or mothers how to massage their children and loved ones. It's so easy. It's in English. The ebook, it's coming as well. So I'm doing ClickFunnels for this, and this month has to be launched. as well. And I participated in the book Mending Broken-Hearted International Project. It's in English, was published in November. So this is my great goal, which my wish came true. And thanks so much. Thank you. And I started multi-level marketing, and actually I'm looking for partners across Europe, but other side on the pond as well. America is the company. It's very targeting at the moment Asia and Mexico. So it is healthy living food. It's based on seaweed, which is amazing, and that detox the body at the same time, feed the cell, and it's helping actually body to repair itself. And we had great result with the COVID people who contracted COVID. Great, without any medicine, any antibiotics. It's amazing.
Right. So I want to kind of open it up now for the audience, because I don't want to run out of time without the audience having an opportunity to answer questions. I mean, there are people on here. We had Roanna as a guest a few weeks ago, and she's based out of Geneva, and I mean, everything's about kind of food, the nutritional value of food and stuff like that. So there are people on here. There's also people that live in London whenever you're back there. I mean, Walter's there, Eva's there. I'm not sure who else is there, but I mean, there are people so that you can connect with. I mean, and all of us actually online. So have you got any, or the audience got any questions that they'd like to ask? Because it's your opportunity now to join in. Any questions, anyone? Pete, I see you're off mute.
I'm off mute. I have no questions at this point, but I'm very impressed with Gallia's perseverance and commitment to her vision and what she wanted to do with her life, and to be resilient. It's a very inspirational story, and you know, I'm so happy for you, and I'm not sure where you're going to end up. You know, you're taking care of your mom now, and that's really important. So your love for your family is also to be recognized. But hopefully you'll be able to hold on to what you want to do, and that in the not too distant future, you'll be able to pick it back up.
Thank you, Pete.
And as you mentioned about Pete earlier, so that's why I gave him the opportunity to talk. I mean, you liked his kind of keynote he did yesterday. So everything's about personal brand and stuff. So maybe something that you should connect with as well, about personal brand and effectively your story that you want to take out, because you have a great story to tell. And I always say that people need in their back pocket different stories. They kind of need their signature story, which is more about your kind of turning point, what happened in your life. You need your selling story. I mean, obviously your products or services, and you need the elevator pitch, the audio logo, kind of a whole bunch of different ones you pull out for different occasions. So,
True.
Yeah, so these are also things that would complement what you're actually doing. So anyone else got any questions or want to say anything?
Want to say something?
Oh, Eva. Yes, Eva.
Come on, Eva.
Hi. Do you hear me? First of all,
yeah, sorry. Yeah, Eva.
Because I can't keep quiet.
Eva, if you go first.
Okay. Dalia, first of all, I want to say thank you for sharing your story. I really could see myself reflected in you in many ways. And now I understand some comments that you made, and it all kind of makes sense. And I want to say that it's very inspiring, and it has brought a certain light to areas about my own life that I have not really looked into. So I know for sure that this is very enriching to me, and I will be thinking about it and how I can make the change. So I'm sure that I'm going to get in touch with you later on, because that's how I work. I listen, and then I need time to digest the information, and then I get in touch with people with questions. So please, for all of you who haven't got in touch with you, don't think I'm rude or anything like that. It's just the way I work, because I can't do it in any other way. without making huge mistakes. So I want to say thank you for sharing that, and definitely I'll get in touch with you because I'm also very much into wellness, and I believe in the importance of having balance between your body, your emotions, your spiritual life as well. So yes, thank you very much.
Thanks
That's
so
what I wanted
much,
to
Eva.
say. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would love to. I would love to be in touch.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think because Eva was yet last week, and yeah, not dissimilar stories in the way that you ended up also in the UK, although Glasgow to start with, and ended up in
Wow.
London.
That is challenging with the language, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh, I can tell
exactly.
you many stories, but that would be too long. I'll write a book. I think I always say that. I think I have to write a book about all that.
Well, maybe
It's
we should
quite fun.
do a featured business book together, so we all write our stories
Yes,
in the book.
that will be
Yeah,
awesome.
that would be so good. Yeah.
Is it a time to say something, real story as a joke, very quickly? I'm in Victoria tube station, gentleman and lady talking. I was tuning into, trying to guess what language the gentleman speaks, or both of them in communication. It was so funny. So, and I was brave enough with my little English, just turned to him and said, "Sir, I do apologize. It's quite rude listening to both of you. But may I please ask you, which language do you speak?" And he freeze, no answer. And the woman started laughing and he said, "Oh, I'm Scottish and I speak English."
Yeah, I can identify myself with that situation.
That was
Yes.
so fun.
Anyway, I'm going to make a note of my featured business book that we can do of all the featured businesses. You'd have to be a featured business to be in the book, right? But anyway, I'm just thinking of that on the side, so I'll have to make a note of that, right, Victoria? Make a note of that. Okay, so Yvette, you had a question.
Hi. Well, I already wrote a book, so
Oh,
it's going to be about my life. So this is going to be, I wrote 2 already.
wow.
And 3. And
You had 2 lives.
I have many lives.
Well, okay.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for sharing your life. You know, it's it sounds very challenging, and I'm very proud of you that you took a step out of your situation, going, you know, to follow your dreams, you know, and you did. And I think that is amazing in a strange country with no language, all of that stress, you know. You must be a very strong woman, everybody who's doing that, you know. Like, I live in the Netherlands, and I came as a child from Suriname in South America. And so I know certain, and I was speaking Dutch, you know. I was born in a society where they speak Dutch. So I can imagine how stressful it might be. And then you work yourself up like, you know, an entrepreneur, an holistic entrepreneur, isn't it? So, but I have one question. From what root are you doing this? Is this from faith? Is it your, you know, with universe? Is it God? What is the source?
Well, the source is that, as I said from the beginning, you know, we are born with our gifts and talents. We have a mission in this life, and to get me a while actually to know what I want to do and why I'm here. I always ask this question: why I'm here, what I'm made for, what it's going to be my contribution to the world. And that what actually was my motive, pushing me forward. And
so your vision.
yes, and it is well-being, wellness, and to help people to get better and to be in the better state. It's in me.
That's great. I'm very interested in the how do you say it? The food.
Yes, it's the company is called 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗏, and it is laminaria seaweed based.
And you sell that on the website, or do you use it as a product?
Yes. It is a website to become a partner, which is free to register, and then you have your office, and from there you operate. But it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Can we exchange emails afterwards?
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Yvette.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, afterwards you can share all the details on the Ent Nest event page.
Okay.
And then put the links to anything, contact details. I mean,
On my profile, right? Or
no,
where?
not on the event page. I mean,
Okay,
on
in the event.
yeah.
Sorry.
If there's any problems, just give it to me and I'll post it for you. But I mean, yeah, some of the things that you do. So I'm just going to reel off a list here. So you do life coaching, your well-being concierge, you do healing retreats, public speaking, a broadcaster. You talk about that one. The power of nature, natural things, living, food, detox. And I like the seaweed bit because I want to learn more about that myself. But anyway, yeah, and also, Yvette, I've been to Paramaribo. Yeah, I know you talk.
Really?
You
Yeah,
speak the same
You've
language.
been to Paramaribo?
Several times, actually.
How come?
Well, I had when I lived in the Netherlands as well. So I had
Really?
a girlfriend that came from Suriname. Then
Oh.
I had another girlfriend that came from Curacao. I have a girlfriend in
I
every,
mean, you had in
in
every
every
island.
island. Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of girlfriends.
Laipo, are you from Curacao, Mrs. Alvin?
No, Scotland.
No, Aruba.
Oh,
Oh, Aruba.
oh
Okay.
yeah, Alvin. Yeah, Alvin. Yeah.
Well, you know, I was a little bit like off course because I saw that our government has fallen today now.
Wow.
So, yeah, so we don't have a government. We have a medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stand for government.
The Stanford government.
You stand up saying,
Oh yes, well I was a politician, so that's what my eyes was, you know, like what? So we're gonna get a new government. I hope a better one.
Yeah, we've had many people from the Caribbean on these.
Yeah,
calls as
that's
well.
nice. Mrs. Bolton, where are you from? Francis?
Who from?
Get here.
My family are from Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica.
Yes,
Okay.
but I was born in London. The only one of my family that was actually born in London.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you from the Windrush?
Yes, exactly. My father came over on the Windrush. Yes.
And we don't know Cassia. Cassia, if you're still there.
I'm here. No, I'm not from Caribbean. I'm pure Polish.
Polish. Yeah.
Yes.
I can tell.
Eastern European connection, by the way. Also born and raised under communism. So the story resonates.
Yeah.
I recognized your family yesterday when I saw it as a Polish, but
I wish I had the darker skin. You know how this is? The grass is always greener. I wish I was like nicely tanned all year long, but damn it, no. I'm pale like my wall.
Can't help you. Can't help you.
Yeah. So I've been to Poland many times. A lot of times to Warsaw because that's the main kind of business place.
Even a Polish girlfriend then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting here going like, man, we're learning on Fridays. I need to come more often on Fridays.
So where are you in Poland? Where are you?
Well, so I haven't been in Poland for like 20 years now. I've been living in Czech Republic and France and Belgium and now in Zurich for like.
In Zurich.
Yeah,
but your English is amazing. Your English is great.
Normally from Virginia, Gdańsk, so from the cold place.
You're getting closer to me then. I'm in Bern.
And all the Polish are in UK anyway, and they will all go now to Scotland. Probably because Scotland wants to separate from the United Kingdom and come back to the European Union. So just you wait.
Yeah. Anyway, back to our guest. So our guest, any questions to the audience?
Me to the audience.
Yeah, where are you? Where have you disappeared to?
I'm here.
All right, okay. When someone moves or drops off, then the screen changes. So I've got to try and find where the person is.
I think we have a question though, James. Jost is raising his hand.
Who? Ah, sorry, Jost, sorry.
Yeah, it's the only place where I can raise my hand.
Right. Jost, far away.
Yeah, I have a question for Tanya. What do you think we can learn from you, from all your adventures and success from the point where you came from? What are the 3 points that really want you to share with us? What is something that you really need that you really thing that we can embrace and take with us in the weekend. Yeah, I know you got a lot of life experience. So there must be something that we can take with us today.
Thank you so much, Jost.
Great question.
If I follow well, your question is what you can learn from my experience, what I can share in 3.
Yeah, don't let me box you in 3 things. Just try to, it's like, when you went through what you described to us, then there must be something that you can give us advice in, and maybe you can share that with us. I don't know. I hope I don't put you on the spot now, but you have something for us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite a recipe because each life is different and it's unique. But what can summarize works, I truly believe works for any human being, it's never to give up. I didn't know this when I was living in Bulgaria. I was thinking with the thought, nobody teach me that if something comes across and cross actually the floor as you are going towards your goals, I was giving up. And I thought, okay, so God, it must be from you. It's not from you, it's not for me, I give up. And I gave up many things, which later I understood was wrong. I didn't know that if you push forward and whatever, firstly, is the thought, then we process this thought, we digest, and we start speaking, formulating, and that's what started to become our reality living in the physical world. I learned this much later. Then I understood that how that the whole universe works. My wishes were, when I was age 24, to have my business and to be in the wellness and the well-being, happened many years later. When I turn the history backwards in my life, and what I have noticed that whatever I wanted, and I had really positive, strong wishes, they came through later on. So it works. And
when you put your mind to it.
Yes.
Okay.
So never give up. Whatever is in your heart, tap on your gifts and talents. See through what is your vision and understand what is your mission in life and just go for it. Always, in this case, we attract the universe sending us people to help us walking our pathway.
Okay, and the second one? I thought that was a good one, though.
Yeah, Josh, you're giving her a hard time now.
No, I didn't want to do that. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
No, but what other? And I got the question for Francis. Yeah. The Jamaican lady.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah. What a one.
You spent time in Jamaica, have you?
Well, I can do some patois.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Wagwan.
Maybe we talk in the future at some time.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. Very nice indeed.
Yeah. We do the
Yeah, Jost, I still need I need a date from you because Jost is going to be our guest speaker as well. So we're going to learn a lot more about you. So yeah, just give me a date
maybe if we do it the 19th.
The 19th, that works. I bookmarked it for you.
But I think it's best when people ask me what they want to know, because I can say whatever I want. But that's not so interesting. It's much more interesting what people want to know.
We want to know everything.
Everything.
Yeah. I might do
Beware what you wish for.
I might have to do a 2-hour special on you, you see.
Hey, beware what you wish for. Yeah, okay, the 19th I put in my
Right.
agenda.
Okay, right.
I will be there.
Excellent. So remember that day. It will be out in a post anyway. But Jos will be on the 19th of February as featured guest. Anyway, I just want to kind of pause you there because I want Galia, you said about you've got a friend beside you that plays the piano.
Oh.
Right. So I think we should close because we're kind of on the hour now.
Go for it.
If you're okay, to give us a song and a tune on the piano.
Yes, go.
Because I know you said that was your passion.
That would be amazing. Yes.
You said your passion was to learn the piano.
Yes, yeah, it is actually, and he's going to teach me. I'm going to teach him in English to help him with his English as he's studying in American university, distance.
Right. So if we will close out on this when you finish, I'll just wrap up. So
yes,
so
okay.
We'll just give you a moment there.
So whatever you decide. That's what I thought you're going to say. Wow.
Thank you very
Wow,
much.
bravo.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very, very nice.
He's finally got his music in and featured business. Huh?
She's my teacher for English. I because I take about lesson for piano, but she taught me lesson for English now.
That's good.
That's all.
Next time his English will be better.
Oh.
Yeah. I was hoping you were going to sing there.
What?
Can you sing?
I was hoping one of you were going to
Yeah,
sing.
I can, but this moment, no. I'm not.
I have a tip for you. I come from the I have a tip for you. I come from the communistic countries, right? I learned by pretending I'm Madonna and singing the full record, both sides. It used to have the lyrics on it, the big black records. When my parents were gone, I would be like, taking something and pretending to be Madonna. It works. You can choose another singer, of course, right?
He's going to sing Bulgarian folklore song, very, very famous one, and Macedonian people, as this is the biggest actually issue in the Balkans, Macedonia and Bulgaria. Either Macedonian or Bulgarian song, we call that it's Macedonian, but for Bulgarian people. So nazad, mome kalino.
Next time. This is
No, please. No. We'll go together. We'll do together. We'll sing together. It's backwards, Lady Kalina. That's what it is.
You have to do it now.
Go.
Because there might not be
Nazad, mome kalino. Nemoj da odiš podir men, če ona ima gora visoka, neke možeš da ja premineš. Če ona ima gora visoka, neke možeš ga ja premineš.
Is this enough?
Wow. Look. Lucky we didn't have Boyan on here as well. So, yeah, we can add a Bulgarian.
Next time.
Bulgarian party.
Every Bulgarian knows this song. It's that popular. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyway, we're kind of out of time now, and yeah, we're just going to wrap up. So any final words from you before we close this?
Yes, whatever you do, keep the boy and the girl in you alive and happy, and do it with fun. And always make sure you have fun in your life, no matter what the life is throwing in your face on your path to work.
Best words ever.
Thank you.
Thanks, George. So, right, excellent. So thank you for being our 32nd guest. Right, our 33rd guest is going to be 𝗪𝗓𝗔𝗥, right? A feature on you next week, so we need to sync up beforehand, so I know how to steer this. And yeah, then anyone else that hasn't been a guest, do come forward and let me know. Joost will also be a guest on the 19th of February, so I need to schedule that one in.
Polish Madonna, I'm looking forward to hear singing.
Oh God, no, you do not want that. You may want everything. My parents would say when I was a child, do whatever you want, just don't sing. And trust my parents. They know what they say.
I think we're going to do a singing special, right? Because
the voice,
the
voice, yeah.
Yeah,
the 𝗦𝗘𝗔𝗢𝗪 voice.
Exactly, the 𝗦𝗘𝗪𝗪 voice.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. Because
yeah, I love these cultural things.
Yeah, and yours is going to be the judge, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to turn my chair around. Yeah, watch me.
Yeah. Right. No,
Can I say
that's a
thank
great
you,
one.
James, to you for the platform, for the opportunities, and that you meet people across the globe through this platform. Thank you so much to everyone who been participating today, for your courage, for the questions, for the love, understanding, and I really would love to keep in touch and for the future business and whatever comes.
Right. Well, I think
Sending you love from Bulgaria.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody that participates. So, I mean, everybody, yeah, are more than welcome every week to come along. It's great fun. It develops as we go because we think of new ideas that we can introduce into here to make it even more special. It's not such a big group, but then we don't want it to be so big because we want everyone to feel part of the community and to enjoy it and participate. If you want to be a guest, then come forward. Or if you're just happy to be in the audience, that's no problem either. So I wish you all a wonderful weekend. It's snowing here and it's my kid's birthday today. So my twins are 5.
Okay.
So the twins.
We should sing.
Yeah, they're 5 and my elder son will be 8 tomorrow. So 3 kids. So.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Wishing you strength to survive that, Jay.
Yeah, thanks. I'm on party duties in a minute, so I need to put my party hat on and disappear and eat some cake. But
You're going to make it?
Yeah, I made it.
No, he just bought it. He bought it. I know he bought it.
Yeah, don't give away all my secrets.
But we don't judge. We don't judge.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
As long as it's a good party.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good party, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a social distancing party, so you can see the cake, but you can't eat it.
That's very sad.
And nobody blows the candles any longer.
Oh my God, that's also true.
All right, on that note, I wish you all a great weekend, and I'll see you same time next week.
Okay,
Thank
nice.
you.
Bye, guys.
Okay,
Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Слушай, что с ними?
Да.